What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games BS. Then Media Group brought to you by Alpha Male Jacks or Alpha Clinic, AlphaClinicOnline.com. A lot of people got to go to AlphaClinicOnline.com, man. Go there, let's get this blood work done. Let's get ourselves back living our. It's not about don't really care if you're fat or not. Hey, some of us need to have a little bit of fluff on it. Did you know that they're saying the sexy dad bods, like they're putting this stuff out here on social media, and you'd be shocked at what women say that they're actually going. Like one of them's good to look at, but they're like other ones look like they support and nourish my entire family. So don't necessarily believe all that bullshit, but like, work on it. Feedback from the chat. I mean, I see my internet's kind of I don't even have the juice to be able to do that, man. Shit. The Wi-Fi is the Wi-Fi, so hopefully it's not going to conk out on us to do what we need to do. But tell me what you guys are seeing. You see the background. I'm in the DR right now, doing the show live. People are like, what are you going to do? I'm going to work. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to look at these beautiful ocean views. I got to go find me some cigars. I'm not going to do anything else. No. I guess it's not. I don't know if it's legal or illegal down here, but I'm not going to do no other narcotics. I'm just going to vibe, man, and have a great time here in the DR. I'll eventually go see my boy Brandon, and we're going to go hang out and find some stuff to get into. But yeah, so that's it. We'll do more about Alpha Clinic Online here in a second. I'm going to give me some cigars that I really wish I would have been inside of Goodfellas. This weekend, man, make sure you guys check it out. Goodfellas. We have Dax Pressure, one of the best bands that you can possibly be around. I love those guys. They're really, really good. They're going to do I would have had them in the spring, but right now our tickets ain't high enough for me to try to throw a party. But Labor Day weekend, we'll throw a little shindig, trying to get everybody. Is it Labor Day weekend or is it? Yeah, for the Memphis, we'll try to make sure we have the guys in Tallahassee doing what we need to do. Sorry, trying to share this. I spelled Dominican. Shout out to everybody who comes here, though. Everybody talks about the men, but nobody talks about the women that come here. Did you guys know that this is one of the BBL capitals of the world? Shout out to all the women that was coming out here to make sure that the ass doesn't trying to give more. Women will tell us that they're doing it for men, but then at the same time say that they're not doing this for us. They don't dress up and get pretty all up for us. They get up for them to blame us for all the problems in the world that they're fucking having. I don't know if anybody ever notices the weirdness in which comes with all of that. But that's what I'm going to say. Shout out to Adrian. Shout out to Montre. Shout out to Till Dog. Shout out to Angelo. All right, Miles, we can go ahead and go through the rigmarole. It's a good word. I love rigmarole. More people need to use the word rigmarole when they're talking about shit. So again, as we just talked about the tailgate. Oh, actually, before we go there, Miles, pull up that highlight. I like the Grant Gray's comment right there on the YouTube. Said baseball game is going to be crazy tomorrow. Sold out crowd, marching Chiefs, pep band before, during the game. Animals in Section B are going to be there, probably tailgating. Are we playing Florida tomorrow? Is that the last game? So we can go ahead and take advantage of the piece? Is that what's going on? You can respond to that, Grant. Grant on that. So make sure y'all go check that out if you're in Tallahassee. Oh, yeah. So tomorrow is our chance to sweep the season series with the University of Florida. Love beating Florida in every aspect of anything possible. So, that's always dope. Trying to think what else we got. Oh, but 420. National holiday. It will be Easter next year, but this year it is the spring game, or the spring showcase, as Mike Norvell calls it. It's going to be a great great opportunity to come see the new look 2024 and fellowship. We have our tailgate. Tailgate is now $40. We got Freddie. Freddie is committed to make the ribs. Shout out to my guy Freddie. Frederick, if you don't remember, it was this week, about 6 years ago. So this would be our sixth one, I think. So 2018, 19, we skipped 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, so this is the sixth annual, but the seventh year, but the sixth annual because we had to shut down for COVID. Okay. The original tailgate, we'll have the original chefs here when I say we'll have Freddie's ribs, we'll have Matt coming in, and Matt's going to be making his food, and we all know Matt can throw down and all kinds of shit, man. I just really love these come back. You know, Matt just brought it together, man. Really organized it. It's crazy how the tailgates have taken a mind of their own as the years have gone. And it's really just an opportunity where people get a chance to come up, link with each other, see some of their favorite former Knowles. We've had recruits come through there, their parents that hang out, they have paid. They've come and hang out with us, but we want to make sure that it's a really good special occasion. One of these years, maybe one of these opening games, we'll either get my guy Robbie Heck to come on down and perform Warriors or some other stuff. Let him, just have a really good music. Yeah, Grant, come on, swing by, man. Get shoot, Grant, you can pay for a ticket, man. Actually, I need Grant. This is what I need you to do. So people who don't know, if you're on Twitter or on X, we don't communicate with you, not because we don't like you. It's because YouTube monetizes us and pays us a lot. So I appreciate you guys watching this. But here on YouTube, you put your comments in the chat, especially if you're a color. We really like to vibe with you. We like to talk to you. Now, Grant's not like it's not. Don't if you're new to this, it's not what your traditional what you think color is. Grant is as they can get, but Grant cool as shit. He played that trombone really, really good. He a beast on that. He a beast in the band. But Grant won February giveaway, which got us to 5,000 subs. So he got $500 right before VD. And Grant, we don't know what you did for VD. So like, I want to make sure you tell us what you did with that file, but you're also a college student. So you might have went ahead and bought some books or did the right thing. But I hope you took a young lady or who I'm not going to assume, I don't really know what you do, but whoever you took, I hope you went on a great date to Checkers. I hope you got them everything on that menu that they wanted. It only cost Checkers ain't but so much. Checkers is inflation proof. So I want to know what you did. So, anyways, come through the tailgate. I'll get you some moonshine. I hope you're 21. If you're not, don't tell me you're drinking moonshine if you come to the tailgate. It's not up for discussion, Grant. You're drinking moonshine. But April 20th, we're trying to we want to get 100 people at the tailgate. That's the goal. I think we're right around 40-ish. But we would like to have 100. Not trying to make it overly big. It's not only so many people can go inside the stadium, but we want to make sure we have a good time to give us some before we go out here and get ready for the big game. Well, not Dublin. I'm not doing no damn tailgate in Dublin. We will do a tailgate for Memphis to welcome home the former Mike Norvell guys. So on to that next one, Miles. Oh shoot, my bad. Go to the one after that, so people can see what I'm talking about. With me and my guy Brian with the moonshine, this is what we do. Red Solo. Well, Brian's being more respectable than me. He's got a red Solo cup. I got the straight mason jar. But this is a picture from the tailgate in 21, which I almost died. So I was coming in. I didn't smoke a cigar and I didn't drink until that. So on the road to riches and diamond rings, real people do real things. We're at 500, maybe a little bit less away from 6,000 subs at this point. We're trying to get that. And guys, we were sitting here, we were doing some crazy numbers during fall and during football season. We're trying to get to 6,000 subs. Once we get to 6,000 subs, we would do another $500 giveaway to anybody who's listening, whether you agree or you're not. Color or white, doesn't matter. Anybody's eligible for $500 as long as you're listening to the show. We'll probably do what we did before. You get up until about 30 minutes into the show to be able to say that you're eligible for it. Put your cash out. You actually just put your name and say you want the money. Some people don't want money. But then we do two other giveaways, $100 to a member, and then we'll do another giveaway of the amount of likes that you got. And so what I'm also thinking about doing is once we get to that point, your membership level gets you a certain amount of entry. So my guy, the Jedi, somebody get the most amount of entry. So we'll go ahead and have them in the wheel already. If you're not a member, like you're not tuned in, you don't get it. So you got to be tuned in and all those different things of that nature. So we have that. But again, the goal is 8,000 for football season. We get to 2,000 subs. I'm giving away a pair of FSU season tickets and a parking pass to once we get to 10,000 subs. Now we'll probably have some specifics added to it. Like I have to know that you're going to the game. We also have things that we do during the season for members as well. We give away. We have hotel rooms. Right now, we at the team hotel. So we make sure you get the team rate, which is way better than any rate you can get in the city. If you don't know, hotels are stupid. In particular, North Carolina weekend. This is when you're going to really want to be down. North Carolina weekend is the same weekend as MU homecoming. So the tickets, the hotel, I'm telling you right now, the hotels are going to be stupid. You want to be a member of Den Media Group. Trust me. That's the only place that's going to hook you up. Support those who are supporting you. Not everybody else has that kind of pull that I have. That's why I don't go by the numbers. I go by the impact. Nobody has the impact that we have. So going on to the next thing. So if you wasn't paying attention again, this channel isn't just Big Games BS. We start next iteration of Dope Boys Chop It Up, and we did a special one. I happen here anytime I can get guys there. So like P-Dub in Tallahassee, we're going to do a special boys right there. I like live. It was just so much different. Miles did a great job making sure everything was on point. All the mics and everything was taken care of. Me and Tony Carter had about a 2 hour, 15-minute conversation that we allowed you guys to go in and listen to. It's up on the YouTube. Please go check it out. Here's one clip about what it means for when we all get together as former players.
Both side of it is that, people need to see this too about teammates. Like let's do some like we talked about some stuff off camera. Let's do some really diabolical stuff. For the most part, man, when everybody gets together, man, it's so cool to chop.
Bro, it's definitely this the only brotherhood I have left. Pro football, you don't have it like that. You know what I mean? Unless y'all want a Super Bowl together and y'all see each other and go back. But your college teammates that's where you grew up. Mm-hmm. You got some guys in high school, but that was so long ago. It's like, you didn't spend as much time as you did in college.
Right.
College, you really grew up together.
First time everybody's on their own,
right? So it's
bills,
like
girls.
That's your core of like, they really know you. They really know you. They watched you, become a man.
We were talking about. I could say this because I've said this to him before. Like Crow, like I joked with Crow. I said, "Man, Crow, you're so much better of a better person. Like, you've grown so much, dog. Like you've grown so much since you've been out of college. But like you just see stuff and you remember, all right, man, this dude was like this. Like I see BJ Dean, had to been 2 years ago. He came to the spring game, brought his son, and I remember when he had it.
2 months now. But again, it's just the transparency.
It is just like
just talking to the team where we're at, different aspects of life, kids. But this is I love the Mike Norvell. And Tony, Mike is a good guy. I know this isn't the FSU show, me and Chris will be on at 8 o'clock talking about FSU. But Mike Norvell is just as solid as they come. I love saying it every time I can, but it's cool when different people see different aspects of Mike. And this is another story about Mike being solid.
I'll tell you a story that just happened. So my niece went on a college visit to Florida State. And, you know, I didn't have anything to do with them going there or anything. And so they went to go take like a tour of the stadium and all that stuff. Like that was a part of the visit of the school. And so the coaches were having a meeting or whatever. And this is a 17-year-old girl, and she with her mom. And she's like, you know, of course they watch Florida State, they know, but I had nothing to do with this. So they walk in, and Norvell and some of the other coaches are there. And he goes up to my niece and was like, "Hey, how you doing? You know, blah blah." She's like, "I'm doing good." You know, she's like, "Are you enjoying the tour?" He didn't notice my niece at all. And so she's like, "Yeah, I am," and blah blah. He's like, "What's your connection to Florida State?" She's like, "Oh, my uncle went to school here." He's like, "Who's your uncle?" So she said my name. He texted me right then. It was like, "Hey, I got your niece. We need to get her to come here." But they were even surprised.
It's again, Mike just certain things, man. Like it's just I tell everybody, man, I'm so grateful they're winning. This is not different. Two of the guys I really like. Odell was a coach at Florida State when I was there. I grew up watching Ron Dugas. Ron Dugas was a GA when I was there. I really enjoy the entire staff, man, and how they do. I'm glad that they're winning. They coach things the right way. I'm an ends justify the means type of guy. They're doing phenomenal. And we're all learning and growing. You got to adapt your diet. Love what Florida State's doing in this new college football landscape. So other people don't some choose to bitch and moan about things that are out of their control. Hey, I can't call it, man. I think that might be the last one. But I want to say this though. He doesn't know I want to do this. I want to speak truth because it may not help anything. I am a loyal guy. If I'm loyal. I fuck with you, I fuck with you. As long as you tell me, you keep me abreast of situations going on, you'll be surprised at what I'm willing to deal with. But what I don't like doing, I don't like when people build a platform and play bully. It just especially when they're not about that life and they're not bullies. And I never knew who this guy destroying was. And I got, when I first did the anonymous game, right? So I don't know if anybody's seen it, but it's an app. People ask you questions about with anonymity. And I don't mind. Some of it's cool. Some of it's very flirtatious. Some of it's, but I'm like, it's cowardice. I mean, the people are like, hey, are you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I'm going to tell you no. But at the same time, it's like, why even play the anonymity game? Like, why don't you, if you think, I hate when people try to say you're cute and then you go around thinking you're ugly all life. Nobody wants to tell you that you're this. But somebody hit me up and they said, hey, have you seen Destroying's IG story? And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck Destroying is. And of course I wouldn't know who that is. But I'm going to give him props first because this whole NIL situation basically shifted and it changed the perception based upon Destroying. Now, what Destroying was he was a punter at the University of Florida. At the time, he had one of the wildest YouTubes. Like he was like about to start generating some serious revenue on YouTube posting things. His name is Donald De La Haye. And 7 years ago, he left UCF's team when the NCAA banned him from making a YouTube channel. With the NCAA players now making seven-figure NIL deals, Destroying has 5.8 million subscribers, and he's a starting kicker for the UFL's San Antonio Brahmas. He's a young guy. Did not know he was a young guy. But he tried, somebody inboxed me, and I said, I don't know. And this is how I know people be paying attention to this shit. So I saved it, retweeted, or put it on IG. Said, I don't know who the fuck this Strong is. Should send it to me. And so they send me the thing, and I'm not gonna go too much details, but basically they try to snitch on my guy. And I'm like, that's bullshit. And I was like, I did that bullshit later. I got that bullshit. And then my guy called me and was just like, hey man, I'm just gonna tell you, here's everything that happened. And it lined up. And you know what? It wasn't no bullshit. I could tell no shit because the shit added up and made sense. He tried to bully my guy into doing some shit and try to make him into some content and didn't even get rid of the people. Like, so I want the person whoever sent me that dumb shit anonymously. Let me tell you how much of a coward this person is. Only they sent me on an anonymous app. They created a IG profile to inbox me. They had one follower. You know who that one follower was? Me. Excuse me, the one person they followed had just started that. They started a whole fucking IG page because they saw my guy doing well. They saw my guy with me at the Super Bowl. They saw my guy with me at the Combine. They saw my guy with me at. They tried to do something to make me not like that guy. Well, you can't do that. It shit didn't work. The shit didn't work. The man ain't died, duck a dungeon. He answered it like a man. And when he told me the story, and I see that the people still, the other people, you tried to single out one person, and you did it on fucking IG. You singled out one guy. And that's what made me what truly made me believe it, whoever the fucking person is, was that you singled out one guy, but there were 3 to 4 people on that fucking video, and there were some other things that didn't go. But those people still work for you. You didn't see people who really did closely you can't. But I see you a young dude, but I'm gonna be honest with you. That's some high estrogen, low testosterone bullshit. And you a whole hoe for that. Fight me. I don't really give a damn about that. I'm just being honest with you. Destroying you fucking dude. You're a whole hoe for trying to do what he did. He knows who he did it, and if my guy listens to it, he knows who I'm talking. He knows exactly who I'm talking about. But you don't like if you're gonna come against somebody in my camp, come to me as a man. Come to me as don't come to me under the guise of anonymity. Like trying to help me because that don't help me out. Stand on what the fuck you. Everybody talking about standing on business, but nobody's standing up, motherfucker. Like you acting like you handicapped on that. But that's enough of that. I've been thinking about saying some shit about that for weeks, but then I saw somebody post that, and I'm like, all right, kudos to you for starting the NIL shit. You a bitch. What's I can say about that? Clip it up. Send your people whatever after me. Ain't nobody finna come get me, man. You got bread. They don't. Yeah. So, on to the next thing. And I'm probably gonna say some other shit that people won't. But that's the beautiful thing about this show is that I can't fire me. I like the continuations. We got a nigga notice. The Kanika notice if he signs here, only places I want him to sign are to an HBCU or to this university. So Noah Kanika, we all know Kanika. We know exactly who he is. We've all gone viral. Everybody's this. He has an offer from the United States Naval Academy. The Kanika Navy would probably shut down Twitter and give this prestigious institution the amount of publicity and hype that they've been looking for forever. I mean, kid's a good athlete. And the last name is interesting, but I will go if he signs the Navy. I mean, actually, it doesn't matter. He go to Army, Navy. You know, this sounds like we need to get BG back in the studio if he doesn't do jail time. Everybody remember Cash Money is an Army, he that in Navy. And if you ever play Hayman or you ain't Gravy, that's what we need. Like, talk about my Kanika. I think that would be dope. On to the next thing, to my guys, my personal guys that I love, that I get the honor of coaching every day. They go to these different camps and these different showcases and they show their ass. I love it. Shout out to Drake Stubbs, USC commit. He got the MVP. Put the Drake in the MVP of one of the rivals or some shit like that. Oh, it was the Rivals Camp. So Rivals Camp series. He got the defensive MVP. defensive back MVP at the Rivals Camp Series in Miami. They're all going to probably do the Rivals Series in Jacksonville, which is coming up in the summer. But shout out to my guy Drake. It's crazy. Like Drake looks just like his mom's, like just like him. But shout out to Drake. Just a great kid to be around. Personally, think he works too hard. Let's go to the one, not the next one, the one after that. With Tramel Jones. Tramel Jones went out to Mississippi to compete in the Elite 11 camp. Shut the shit down. Won the MVP of that. So he will be at the most prestigious quarterback in the nation this summer, competing, representing his family, Mandarin High School and Florida State. For those who don't know, Tramel Jones is currently committed to Florida State University class of 2025 QB1. And everybody's told me at every different level, oh, he's just this, he's that. Nah, Tramel, I've told y'all, we're going to have Tramel, Drake, and Jamie on here soon. I want to talk with Tramel's dad about social media. Would you guys be interested in like a weekly journal with Tramel? Just like what it's like going through spring camp, what it's like going through fall, like what it's like going through the summer stuff that he's doing and all these different things. And we may even do a weekly update. Something, you know, you can hit in the comments if that's something that you would be interested in. I'm interested in it. I like the kid. I think the kid's incredibly intelligent. The kid has been asked to do a lot, and he's been playing at a really high level since he was a freshman. But he's definitely been playing at an elite level. Last year, not Mr. Florida, he was the 4th player of the year last year and a Mr. Florida finalist. We're hoping to be able to do the exact same thing with him again. Brian Stump, he tweeted out, congrats to all the QBs who came out to learn and compete today at Oxford. 2 finals invites today and more down the line. Welcome to the Elite 11 fraternity, Tramel Jones Jr. and Deuce Knight. Now make the most of it. Hashtag earned, not given. Yeah, great kid, great family. Pop's amazing. Pop's one of the model dads, one of the dads that you kind of want to you sit back and you listen to and you want to learn how to be a dad like him. Tramel Sr. is a great guy. I can't speak for everybody else's guys, but when our guys come back, they know how to act. They don't do that bullshit like they be doing them 7 or like when they in 7. Tramel don't do that bullshit. Some of our guys wild out, get a little bit looser at 7-on-7. When they come on back here, it's where they know the boys love them, and we get a little bit more discipline in them. They love that shit too. But Uncle Luke put up a very, very interesting tweet the other day that I share with everybody. And it's kind of a continuation. It shares some of my fears and my dislikes with the current trends in which are going on in college, in high school sports right now. Luther Luke Campbell at Uncle Luke Real 1. Message to all high school coaches: we need to bet. Luke, I am not a grammar Nazi or a spelling Nazi. But this motherfucker here take a cake because I can't spell and use proper syntax too. But like, damn, dog, like, chill out. Anyways, message to high school coaches: we need to band together now. He put bend together, but band together now. There's a new style of P5 college recruiting, and it's not the one we're used to. 1, most colleges have cut out the coach on their staff responsible for your school and area. 2, most colleges are now recruiting off popular 7-on-7 teams. 3, your current senior is going into the senior year. They're not interested in them. That was 3. 4, most of them are recruiting off a list with some little analytic guy in the background who never played ball before is telling them who to recruit and not. 5, you have some college schools they have a relationship with. This new way of recruiting, they're going to miss out on so many great players in the facing future that will come from G5, D1 schools. Focus on D1, G5 schools. They're still doing it the old school way. There are some things that they settle for. I don't necessarily think they could ever cut out the high school coaches, but they are relying a lot more on the 7-on-7 coaches. Part of the reason is from January to April, that's where the kids are at. they're with the 7-on-7 coaches for the most part, which I think that's the issue with the way that 7-on-7 goes. But I think a lot of this shit just, I think kids go where you want it. Right? It's not no, and when you say little analytics guy, it ain't nothing like that. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. 6'3", 100. Actually, if you're 6 foot, 200 pounds, and you run a 4.7 or better, you're going to get recruited to the majority of your places. The more you play, the earlier you play, the better off because you're having film. College coaches are lazy when it comes to recruiting now, but they're getting on guys earlier. They're doing some different things that are, that match what their skill sets are. Like right now, we got a kid, Brian Harris, 6'4", 275, going to his year. It's a fucking no-brainer. Offer that kid. If he sucks, he's 6'4", 275. You can put somewhere else. So, like, a lot of this shit is bad. I do understand a little bit what Luke is saying, but as Mike Hall put, it's a little higher than estrogen. But he's getting older, so we got to block. So we got to get some extra. But I definitely do understand what the sentiments are. But you know who really started all these problems? You guys down in Miami having these kids go all willy-nilly. Now, what I will say is, if you do feel this way, Luke, and you want an old school mentality to recruiting, I am putting my hat out there to coach. Yes, people. I have said I do not want to coach college, but I am changing my mind because of how much money is going. And it has to be the specific place, a specific position, and I'm not going through the process. I'm not going like Deion style where I want to be a head coach, but I am going Deion style where I don't want to be a GA. I don't want to be a student assistant. I want to recruit. I want to teach people to run with their head. Well, the guy I happened to get to meet because of Florida State, boy, Carlos Locke, who started off as a high school recruiting guy for Mike Norvell. This is what, so 7 years ago, Mike at Memphis. He did this. Came to Florida State in the same role when Mike first got here. Left to go with Kenny Dillingham when Kenny went to Oregon, and has now become a pretty damn good running backs coach. Well, Ohio State's running coach, Carlos Laughlin, is now the running backs coach at Ohio State. Oregon reaches down to Arizona State and snatches Kenny Dillingham's running back. Kenny is for the guy becomes the associate head coach or assistant head coach, which is a pretty good title. So Oregon is now stepped out of Arizona State's Rashad Samples as his new running back coach and assistant head coach. In Samples, Oregon lands one of the nation's recruits. In addition, he helped Ulysses Bentley become a freshman All-American running back as the running back coach at SMU, and helped Arizona State wide Elijah Badger earn all Pac-12 honorable mention recognition last season while serving as ASU's pass game coordinator and wide receiver coach. Oh, damn, that is a wide receiver coach. That is a running backs coach. And I was just like, Kenny, Coach Dinley, how are you doing? I like Phoenix. I had such a great time at the Super Bowl in Phoenix, and I got pipelines to the state of Florida. I can guarantee, Coach Dillingham, if you're listening, I can guarantee you 2 top running backs out of the 25, 26, 27 cycles from out of the state of Florida. If you bring me on board, I know how to do this stuff. I'll get it done. I will, and we will have the best running game. I think they're in the Big 12 now. Because one thing is for sure, 2 things for certain. They always say the things they expect in life are death and taxes. They need to add a 3rd thing. James Coleman have a 1,000-yard running back. We will have a 1,000-yard rusher, and we will have a 1,000-yard rusher. We'll have a 1,000-yard all-purpose, and then we'll have about a 300-400-yard guy. I know how to do this stuff. Just keep it simple, stupid. It ain't a lot of brain in it. But yeah, so there's that stuff, my guys. Did anybody get a chance to witness the solar eclipse? It did not get dark down here in the DR. My son's got pictures of them going around wearing the glasses, looking at it. It looked bright as Jacksonville too. Like, this eclipse made people go crazy. And some of it was political. some of it was it's wild because it's people bitch about it when it's cool when they do it. It's a problem not do it. Is basically what happened. So to start off, if you click on that first link, Miles, with it, because apparently Arkansas and parts of Texas where you got a chance to see the best view of it, right? It just kind of went on and like trajectory and a lot of different things. But I remember this name. I didn't know she was the governor of Arkansas, but Sarah Huckabee Sanders? But anyways, like, so this is look like a lot of people be like, "Yo, man, this They always talk about like the guys on the damn side will say the Republican women are ugly. Republican women will say this person is ugly or whatever. But like this looked like some shit right here. But she declared a state of emergency ahead of the eclipse. Now, I asked a question, and then somebody got real sarcastic with me. It's a 2-paragraph thing. You should just read it. It says that they're noticing that they're gonna have a bunch of tourism. Like they could have just said Governor Sanders declares a state of emergency ahead of the eclipse due to a rise in tourism, which would have made me click. I would have clicked the article there. I'm not clicking this because I think this sounds stupid as fuck. But then there was somebody who brought in perspective. What do you mean by that, James? They brought in perspective. Well, the perspective is that when the governor announces a state of emergency, that you don't have to like allocate emergency funds to anybody without having like you can pay people anything that you want. There's no oversight, which is basically what they was trying to get this black chick taken out of off the 4-5 case in Atlanta because she hired a worker. Islam. It's not just Republicans. Democrats do it to Republicans when they're in office. Everybody does it. But again, it's a gross overreaction. 4 minutes. But I heard some crazy stories about it. Like all the hotels are gone. They're selling like Super 8 hotels for DR prices because everybody's converging into these places for 4 minutes. Personally, I think it's wild. I think it's crazy. I think it's stupid, but eclipses aren't that often. They're rare occurrence. But there are some people who have been doing the most and wilding during this whole part. So it wasn't necessarily that people were out of left field. I do think, shout out to me for getting her guys or whoever, her guys or gals, some extra bread. If you go down to the next one, this is what I was looking at. Trying to see eclipse down in the DR, but when shit popping, man. Like, I didn't want to look up at the sky. I just wanted to see what it would look like. Just overcast. Nice little pool area. That's the ocean right there. Like, I thought that would have been a cool little look. And then that restaurant, I went over there, ate in that restaurant to the left. Didn't see anything. T-Pain posted something that was pretty cool. This probably will only be on this live YouTube. I'm definitely gonna have to take it off. But if you click on the next one, this would be funny if you actually did look into them. Like if you were higher, you actually did look up at the sun, and this is what you saw. T-Pain was like, "What the fuck?" I looked up to the eclipse and saw this. You got the music on, Miles?
Let's shout it, let's shout it. Shawty don't drop me, Shawty don't screw me, Shawty don't drop me, Shawty don't
Early 2000, 2000 was amazing. It was an amazing time to be alive. That was so great song. Everybody, T-Pain makes music for people who are from Texas. Let's see somebody respond to that. Going down to the next thing, Miles. The Project University. This is why I believe I'm not rich yet. Because this is what I would do. Because there were so many people saying that this was a moment, next level, God was coming back, blah, 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 yakety smackety. And somebody put, I still think we all get a bunch of blow up dolls and helium to freak out the people waiting for the rapture. And what they did was they posted a picture of just a bunch of blow up dolls ascending into the heavens to make it look like a whole bunch of people are going, like, because you remember they made this movie. What was the movie called? Where it was about Left Behind, the Left Behind series. And I just think that would be a hilarious prank. Because there's going to be people who be like, I knew I was, I know I'm going to. And then they're probably not going to be there. And then the last thing, this dude Sean Johnson, clearly a parody account. I love this because everything you've seen in life has been made DEI or whatever. It is Sean Johnson. I'm not even going to read his name because it's wild, but he's like, great. Thanks to the woke movement, even the sun is black. And I was just like, yo, that was so. Properly placed racism is funny at times. But it has to be properly placed. Uh-oh, I got knocking on the door. Hold on, push that paw, drop me down, Mouse. They brought me some water, so it was cool. Anyways, that was funny. I thought somebody had on. I thought they was coming to get me last time out. When I get back into America, I'll tell you this. Skipping all of that, I want to talk about that. Talking about the news tonight. The boys' national championship is happening. Somebody's going to get an opportunity to win $150. Not me, but one of our members who are in this. I wonder what it's looking like. Miles, did you play in it? I don't know if Miles has a mic attached.
I didn't play this time.
Okay. Curious who's leading the way. And did I come back even though I have no teams in this bracket? Kentucky, I'm fifth right now. I'm fifth place. I ain't gonna win, but where's the standings? All right, right now, whoever St. Brown's gonna win. Who's St. Brown 100? It's like whoever that is, make sure you inbox me. You won more than likely because the only person close to you is DJ Sims, unless Primo's Panama Knowles team, who is Purdue, unless Purdue wins. If Purdue wins, then he's probably gonna get it. But guys are fighting, doing pretty good. But the women's championship happened yesterday, and of course, UConn won. I mean, not UConn, excuse me. USCE won. I'm fucking South Carolina won, and this is a Don Staley fan account. So we can just go ahead and click all those things. I'm not gonna lie to you. Somebody told me that, I need to chill out. They told me all these different things, man. I don't know if it's because I like winners are attractive to me. I don't know, man. Don Staley can get it. I don't know. Maybe it's just Don Staley can get it. Don Staley can get everything. Like, I know she don't like me. I know she like what I like. But Don Staley is her winning is attractive to me. So y'all can judge me, don't judge me. Coach, I love everything about Coach. Coach is the ball. She can coach me up. Coach me, Coach. That's what I know. There ain't no. It just everything about the way she talks. And before we get into this, she said some things that were a little supposedly controversial. And somebody was like, I don't like her, man. I don't like her. I don't like her. Blah, blah, blah. And she talked about, I said she's a good coach. And somebody said, though, yesterday ended her value for me. And I'm not going to say the person's name because I think they're a pretty good person. But, like, it's amazing to me the things that people will like overlook, and then the things that they'll say I can no longer support this other person for. And it just shows that they have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. And it comes down to this: like, Don Staley is just is what you want in a competitor. She's a true coach. She doesn't care. But like, let's listen to Coach. We got clips from the press conference, from the games, and different things of Don Staley. Let's listen to that.
And it says, that's what I want, as in the South Carolina player.
Well, I mean, aside from their talent, a prerequisite of us recruiting and actually getting commitment from a young lady is their relationship with their parents. Because if they respect their parents, they're going to respect us. If they don't respect their parents, we don't have a shot.
And it says, that's what I want, as in the South
And that's,
Carolina.
again, how can you not like that? Old school mentality. I want, like, anybody who's coached will say that. Like, how can you not like it? Let's listen to some more clips. I can listen to her and talk all day.
To ever come out of Philly, we don't see these tears from you often. Why tonight?
You know what I really like? As a guy who wears 23s and suits all the time, right? Got emotional right here. She doesn't dress like a traditional basketball. She wears whatever she wants, whether it's a throwback Philadelphia Eagles jersey, whether it's that jacket right there, which apparently is $6,000, by the way. Her hair is not permed and laid down. Her hair is the way she wants her hair to be. Just win. That's all she cares about is winning. And I love it. Let's go to the next. Go on to the next thing. I'm going black woman. I'm in love with you. And this is when you know you have impact. As a good coach, you don't care what everybody else says. The only thing you live for are the people that you influence and that you impact. Listen to what Don Staley means to her South Carolina players.
You mean the Don Staley? It means a lot just to play, just to learn from her. I mean, she's like a mom. I mean, I don't know. Like, I go to her about everything. I mean, I could joke around with her. I could, do anything, just anything. She's like a mom, or like a home away from home. It's a home away from home feeling, and there's no better way to have a coach like her and be so comfortable around her. And I just, I take pride into what she do for us on and off the court, not just with basketball. So, Camilla?
Yeah, I agree with Ray. I feel like, especially me, I'm international, so I don't have my family here.
and she's just like a family for me, a family from my home, and I'm just so thankful to have her as a coach.
Oh,
Tahina.
man, she's so important to have in people's lives, man. She's amazing. You know, God has put her in my life, and she's impacted it so much. Not only me, but my family. She changes lives for the better. I wish you guys could experience that and just how much she's helped me as a player and as a woman. And she's just amazing, man. It's a blessing, and just playing for her, it's so much fun, and people just love playing for her. And you know, people would run through brick walls for her, and to be able to have a coach like that, it's unmatched. And we're all just really blessed to have someone like her in our corner, and she just impacted our lives for the better.
I don't want to say it. It just every time I listen, I feel Bobby. Like again, here's what's funny, because you know the people who are upset with her about the transmissions look at her, but here's people who probably don't care for transmissions either, but they're talking about why they want their daughter to play for Dawn Staley.
So Dawn didn't come till the second to the last viewing period of her junior year, right? So 2 people hadn't watched her play. She had offers from everybody in the country, but Gino and Dawn had never watched her play.
Mhm.
And we don't know why, or nor did it matter, right? So Chloe went through her process, and then when Dawn came, it wasn't a basketball thing. It's at the end of the day, it's a human thing. I mean, what Dawn brings to the table, from the way that she treats these female athletes, and the way that she's a role model, and the way that she can market herself and care about community and all those important things, that was the piece that, if you really, take the basketball piece out of it, because I mean, we know that. I mean, basketball is kind of it's all I really ever even talk about. Like, it's all I really know at the end of the day. And so we look at it at certain ways. And so when Dawn came, then yes, I had to go, just communicate with people that I have behind our little circle, and communicate with Chloe from that standpoint, because she was pretty far in the process, right? I
Yeah,
mean, she
of
wanted to
course.
play more AAU. She was
But it
done.
was different when Dawn showed up. Like, there was like a fire in her that I've never even seen. And I'm like, what is going on? She's like down on people. She's like doing all these crazy moves. And I was like, what is going on? It was like fire had just like, I don't even know, lit underneath that rear end of hers. And I looked over, and my daughter is like giving me the elbow, and she's like, the younger one, and she's like, Dawn Staley's here. And you could just see it was just something different.
I'm telling you, go listen to the Dope Boys Chop It Up and listen how we bop, and tell me that you don't hear that. And then just look at it. Just sweet. Dawn Staley is everything that they try to make Deion Sanders. The female version. And the female version that wins. Like, and then somebody put, Jeremy Chill, shout out to my guy, 6 G's for a code, making better decisions. When you make it $3.2 million, and you know you're guaranteed to make an extra $100K, and she's probably going to renegotiate that contract. Bottom line is, when you make it $3.2 million, you know what you get to do? You get to 6 G's on some guy, on a goddamn jacket. You buy what the fuck you want to buy. Especially when most of your other gear comes from the school issued gear. So it's genuine. She inspires people to aspire for more. She even does things without a reproach. One of the guys who made the comment, and again, Greg, I just disagree on this. The comment about, with her, I can't like because of, he said, are there any Iowa boys that want to suit up to help the Iowa girls? And I had to send them this message and be like, bro, I don't want you to, like, bro, that's not going to have the effect that you think. Do you know what Dawn has her girls do every day in practice? Who they scrimmage against? She calls them the highlighters. There's a group of men that attend South Carolina that can hoop, that her girls literally scrimmage against. they play the punks, like, so they're playing. So that might be why she made her discussion about, I don't care if the transmissions play or not. She didn't say she was going to recruit them. She just knows that my girl already the boys. That's why we're better than it. That's why we're 38-0, because we scrimmage against boys. We play, we look for talent. A great coach, a great person is somebody who doesn't look at, whether the world is going right or wrong. They face adversity and they look at adversity and they adapt and they dominate. Winners win, losers lose, and they find an excuse to lose. Plus, I don't care what anybody's like. Every time I'm starting to see men get bent out of shape about transmissions in women's sports, I'm starting to wonder about your testosterone levels and your estrogen levels. So here's the reason why. What about you makes you believe that, like, what is your thought process that you, and what men are you around enough that you believe are going to basically say, I'm inferior, I'm a baby. It says, like, there are examples. I've never paid attention to long distance ever in my life. I don't care about it. That's the only place that is really competitive. And what I mean by that is having athletes, the top females, like Marion ran 10.5. Any male that runs 10.5 is not trying to go and dominate women's sprints, which is all we care about in track. They're going to try to push so that they can get sub 10 so that they can compete until it's too late. And then they're going to be done. Same thing with men's the sprints and the swimming. Like, it's too much. It's too much. At the end of the day, all she's still saying, and she's gonna be, I'm gonna beat whatever ass comes in there. Plus, Caitlin Clark looked like Peyton Manning, so I don't know what any of you guys say. Like, we do. Have y'all seen anybody in the chat? Have y'all seen the picture where they try to circle the Adam's apple on Caitlin Clark when they try to make it seem like she's a dude? I see a lot of wild shit on my album. But as I said, Dawn can get it. She got the moves. She can jug. She came Wayne with it. Trusty, we got any other Staley stuff up there? I know she got some more. Oh, we ain't even got to the Caitlin Clark bars. Again, a true competitor can whoop your ass and still give credit where credit. I love this about it. Like, it's just in a world where men are so insecure, you can give props to another dude. This is the real reason you're scared. And it ain't got nothing to do with the food. The women just act like there's a community member. But she won. Look at what she does.
Awesome. And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport. She carried a heavy load for our sport, and it just is not going to stop here on a collegiate tour. But when she is the #1 pick in the WNBA draft, she's gonna lift that league as well. So Caitlin Clark, if you're out there, you are one of the GOATs of our games, and we appreciate you.
Awesome. Man, nothing wrong with calling the spade. Multiple things can be true at the same time, man. You can be all gung ho, and you can be, I'm the baddest bitch in the bunch, but at the same time, you could go and say, hey, Caitlin Clark, you a bad bitch too. You a bad bitch too. My bad. About the $370 Louis Vuitton jacket. If you go down to the next one after that, Miles, we go ahead and let people, just in case somebody wants to buy their significant other, one of these calfskin. I didn't even know like that was something, but like graphic accent, silver calf skin fit. Don't even know where you get that from. I don't want it. I don't want any woman of mine rocking it. But she wore shit. She wore that shit. Now the funny thing is, now going back to this because ain't nobody above these jokes. Caitlin Clark a year ago, and it was almost like, so the person put the Infinity Wars. So you saw the Infinity War, and then you saw Endgame. And this is what Caitlin's got to go back to do. So Raven Johnson, one of the best in women's basketball. She went from Caitlin Clark basically disrespecting her to Caitlin Clark recognize see where she comes from. So click the first video now and blow it up first. You click the first video
team to shoot the basketball
and blow it up.
Team to shoot the basketball. Watch Caitlin Clark.
So wide open. Caitlin just like, nah, let her shoot it. She ain't got it.
I'm not defending you.
I'm not defending you. Just disrespect. I will say he did that to her at the beginning of the season, and she made them all pay. But now let's go back to see what she did when she got her chance to see Caitlin Clark again. Now remember, Iowa beat South Carolina last year. So now she got on the defense, pick the pocket. Now, when it says Caitlin can't go left, because she's forced to go left, and now Caitlin still got her. She had incredible first half. But when this young lady that she waved off last year was on her, she only had 7 points. She was 3 for 11 in the field goal, 3 for 11 from the field, 27% field goal percentage, and she had 4 turnovers. Now, when everybody else was guarding Caitlin had 23 points, 7 for 17, 41% from the field, and she just it's just like, again, them girls from South Carolina, man, was balling, energetically. Going into the spring, they say the spring brings its birth. We just had Easter. And so now there's a pregnancy. People have life, new life that wants to come out. And every year, it's our year. And for no matter who you are, it's positivity. It's something that you should be at. Miami's the kings of this. But Mike Foster, the Dyke, Tyler Van Dyke, and Tyler Van Dyke's at Wisconsin, and he believes that Wisconsin's going to be one of the better teams in college football. And I might as well clip that clip that we have of Tyler Van Dyke under the spring. Spring ball brings hope. I want us to see this real quick. And just listen to what Tyler has to say about what he sees in Wisconsin in comparison to what he saw from the previous.
Yeah. Maybe the confidence around me, I guess. Confidence in myself. Because I know I can play at that level. And I think when I have that confidence in coaches and trust and everything like that, I think it's very helpful. I know Coach Longo and Coach Fick will give that to me. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Just get back to playing myself, and launch the ball field. Yeah.
Tyler Van Dyke says he's going to be a better player. He's not going to throw them interceptions. He's got a full practice facility to be able to, be able to do his thug dizzle with. So shout out to him. Nobody in elite look at elite lives of tradition unlike any other, not the Masters, Miami Hurricanes offseason. Nothing is worse though than Colorado Buffaloes, man. Colorado Buffaloes, every clip looks crazy. Now this clip, there should be reason for concern. And I'm going to break it down to you. I'm going to go football one-on-one here. So if you can blow that up for us, Miles, we just play at full speed first so that people can really savor. See it. Sometimes seeing it at full speed is great. I don't know who 43 is, but God bless him. So good running back in theory. We can go back. So much wrong with this. It's slow, you can slow it down. I don't know who 20 is. Maybe Aaron would be having a connection fit right now. Like, what the hell is going on? Playback speed. You can go, yeah, that's fine. So 40. So let's look at the block. If you hold on, you can roll back a little bit. So just out the gate. I don't understand how this is happening. If you look at the block as the number 40, let's just say 40 to the right of the screen. He's treetop tone. You got another offensive lineman to the left of the screen. That's treetop tone. You've got the double team on 95 who doesn't look like he belongs there. I have no idea who 43 is. And then, guys, for right now, when he pushes play, look at number 20. And then just in the comments, I'm prepping you. Look at 20. And in the comments, you just tell me what you say in his football. You don't have to know football, but I'm pretty sure you're going to look at this and be like, you'll know what to say. It'll just come out. It'll just ooze through your fingers on the tablet. But push play. If we can go back a little bit, it wasn't a great juke move. It was just, he's just like in the offensive lineman should have picked up the block, but he doesn't even pick up the damn block. But like 20 just whips. Now this isn't trolling, this is evaluation. You don't know what you're doing. You stink. And then now the guy who's about to get trumped right here is Deion's least favorite son. And now you see why he's his least favorite son. Like, go back. There's no effort to rap. This is literally a fit. What's nuts about Shiloh that he may get a shot in the league, but he's gonna probably be practice squad, or he's gonna probably be lower on the totem pole, and he's gonna get fined $15,000 a pop and not have no game check because of this. Like, just look at where his head goes. Keep pushing play. So look at 21. Comes in the screen. He just drops his head. He's not even trying. And this is who y'all think is going to have a college football playoff. That's a freshman running back. Good run by the running back. Can't take anything away from him. But this is why people get upset. And this is when people are giving critique. It's like we prop up bullshit. And then when you critique it, you look like they call it hating. I do hate that. That's bad football. There's nothing good about that. The guy stinks. It was PU. But like Deion knows Mickey not playing that shit. And everybody knows he's not playing that shit. But it's the spring. Have all the fun. You understand this weekend. Shout out to them. Big Ten information, college football brought up about Miami's attendance problems. Did not know this, but over the last year, he said the data supports what FSU fans critique and troll Miami about. For Miami fans, it is about fans, but a data analysis to look at the truth. The official NCAA football attendance stats for Miami for the 2023 season was 49,714. Thus, Miami in the 2023 season saw a drop in attendance by almost 10% from the 2022 season. That is a highly worrisome trend since the last 5-year average. Football attendance for Miami football has dropped 8.49%, 8.5% every year since going back 5 years. That's crazy. Reason why this is concerned that it shows a sign of erosion, a decline in fan support, and the like. Miami football attendance is way below the SEC and Big Ten national football attendance. At the P5 level, which existed for the 2023 football season, Miami ranked 6th among all schools for the largest drop in football attendance. Only Northwestern, Syracuse, Vandy, Pitt, and Arkansas had larger attendance drops in the 2022 football season. We're not talking about 1% change up or down for the school with attendance of over 100,000 when it comes to Miami. We're talking about an attendance that is at 49,000 level with a negative 8 to 9% drops in attendance. Florida and Florida State had attendance increases. Miami dropped from the 2022 football season and over the last 5 seasons. Miami football is seeing fan erosion at the worst time possible, being attracted to a P2 or not. Not a good situation for Miami. The crazy part is you either put butts in the seat or you're not. And I think I do think, however, what it does is when Florida State, this guy fails to realize the trolling isn't coming from Florida State saying that Miami can't fill the stadium. The trolling is coming from how active Miami's fan base is on Twitter, and they're not filling the stadium. And they use excuses like, oh, well, there's so much to do in Miami. There's yachts and things like you can't go. But if you're rich enough to get on the yacht, that means you got bread. They don't have to. There's other weekends. And you know what? Games are packed when they're winning. My games are packed when they're winning. The Miami Dolphins were doing pretty decent last year, and their games were. So it's like people can go and see that bullshit Saturday, and they can stay there and see this bullshit on Sunday. And apparently Sundays are not good days to go golfing and get on the yacht. But I do think Miami's going to be much more improved. They should have some very, very good energy moving toward with the Cam Ward situation, with some of the stuff that they got. Their spring game is on Saturday. Should be well attended. I think they got more than 500 seats there. I know what the soccer stadium says, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be more. UF has a spring game this weekend. I'm going to leave you guys. I'm not talking about FSU because I'm about to get on sporadics. Talk about FSU here in a second, but I will leave you with this nice walk on to Camden Fryer past the not the best, like the guys who are equal but if you click on that the FSU right after the UF spring game, right there. 70-yard touchdown, slightly underthrown, but this is why I like Camden Fryer is a cap. Exciting whites. Make sure there's no music on it. And let's just watch this. It's a good throw. Let me see if I recognize who's the guys here that he's doing this with. I don't know who got bombed. Ooh, is that Stubbs? That's Drake's older brother. Oh man, that stinks. That was a hell of a catch, though. Over the shoulder, very Larry Fitzgerald-ish. Shout out to the Pilgrim. Can't wait for him. And last but not least, I'm going to leave you guys with an MFTK moment. One of the things I love about this channel and doing different things that I learn a lot and I ask a lot of questions. Some of the cleanliest people I know are white. Some of the people who season their food the most are white. Some of the people who I know can't cook are black. Some of the dirtiest people I know are black. But those are fringes. And somehow we bring if this was my house right here, I would just burn this shit. It's terrifying. But MFTK, the person who's cleaning this, and MFTK kids. It's the last thing. And probably on Wednesday show, we'll talk. Hopefully more will happen with this Jermaine. I'm so mad at Jermaine Cole right now. But you can actually play the commentary from this lady because the commentary is everything that we need to hear. And I have questions with this.
ASMR. Oh, I guess that's one way to do it. I mean, sweep the bed. Them doors just fell over there. Just get them. Throw all that away. Just throw it away. Where all that cheese come from? Just throw that away. How you get dookie on the wall? Girl, you ain't finished sweeping the floor.
If my sons put shit on my wall,
Okay. Yeah, I remember that scene from Dumb and Dumber. It's poop. It's poop everywhere. Y'all see that spider up there on the wall? Baby, just burn that mattress up. Get that baby a new bed. Oh, you dirty sap. Why you put that blanket on it? Ain't even put no sheets. I thought you just mopped over there where the rest of that cheese come from. Lord, she mopping the wall and the dresser. Oh, my Lord. She getting a 2-for-1 special. If anything, need to take that mop and molly wop you upside your doggone head.
I ain't the cleanest person in the world. God damn, boy. Why y'all be sending y'all sick ass kids to school and get my kids sick. Like, gotta do better. Leave y'all guys with that. Check this out the rest of the week. May go up and come up here on Tuesday, do some other talk. But Wednesday, we got Cafonzo Thorpe, 1 p.m. Dope Boys, Chop It Up. We're doing our live show. So any Cafonzo Thorpe questions that you guys want to ask, hit me up. Let me know. We'll have our normal BS. I also have Rob, so I'm sure we're about to do our sporadics here on after we get out there. So make sure you go check out the Sporadics YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody for coming on here. And outside of that, see you guys next time. That was